Greetings everyone, my name is Carl Lorenzo Ibalos, and right now what I am going to explain to you is about our class, which is index.html. As you can see here, we have the basic structure of an HTML, and of course we integrated a style sheets for this one, uh, specifically on the index.html. For us to be able to change or manipulate the design of this index.html. Okay, so let's proceed with the body tagging or the body tag. As you can see here, we have so many div tags or divisions so that we can arrange the contents to its specific positions. Okay, so right now, as you can see here, we also have a script tagging on here. So we integrated or we implemented three different kind of external JavaScript, of course, named user.js, admin.js, and customer.js. So now let's proceed with the script or the internal script of this index.html. As you can see here, we only have the function named as register. So for that logic, it's just to register a user, either a customer or an admin. That's it. Thank you.
Greetings, I'm Aljusara Angel May. So I'll tackle about the user.js. So this user class is like a digital bouncer for a ticket booking app. At the top, it sets up private storage like hashtag username, hashtag password, and hashtag role that can't be accessed directly. Think of this as locked access. The constructor acts like a sign-up form, taking these three details when creating a new users. Each piece of data has getter to view it and setters with strict rules like no empty passwords and only admin or customers roles. The to-JSON method packages user data neatly for storage, while from JSON unwraps it later, like putting forms in folders and taking them out. For saving data, load users fetches all users from the browser memory and save users stores them back. The register method checks for duplicates before adding new users, like checking IDs at the door. When logging in with login, it compares credentials against stored users and gives special access, admin or customer if matched. The system remembers who's logged in using get current user and lets them log out properly. Throughout, it uses local storage like a secure notebook to remember everything between visits.
Now, I'm here in front of you to explain the admin class of our project. The admin class extends the user class and provides functionality for managing events. It allows the admin to add and delete events, interacting with the data stored in the local storage. The constructor of this class is initialize a new admin with username, password, and a role for admin. And we have the method add event. The purpose of this method is to add an event, and it creates a new event object, initialize the seat map with all seats marked as available, and save its save it to the local storage. And we have the delete event method. The purpose of this method is to delete an event. Filters out the event to delete. Keeps the remaining events and update local storage with the new event list. And that's all for admin class. Greetings everyone, my name is Marca Andrea Porrado, and I'm here to explain to you the customer class of our project. The customer class extends the user class and provides functionality for booking events, paying for bookings, and requesting refunds. The constructor of customer class is initialize a new customer with the username, password, and a role of customer. And we have the book event method. The purpose of this method is to book an event to book a seat from a specific event. It searches for the event, checks if the seat is available, then books it. The booking adds to the local storage. And we have the pay for booking method. This method is used to mark a booking as paid. Uh, it uses to find the booking, checks if it's owned by the current customer, and update its status to paid in local storage. And the last method is request refunds. This method allows the user to request a refund for paid booking. The flow of this method is to find the booking, checks if it's paid, then updates the status to refund requested in local storage.
So, greetings everyone. I'm Wesley Almaheda and I will be discussing the login page. So, this highlighted code is to tell the browser that the document is an HTML file and this page is in English. And the next highlighted code is to help the page displayed on the devices, including the mobile phones. And this line of code is the title of the web page. While this highlighted code is to separate style which is in the external file. And this style tag used when using an internal CSS or style. This will be the style of the body. Pages using flexbox to place two sections side by side content with an Arial font and removes the spacing. And this left section that takes up half of the space of the page and shows a background image. And these right sections that takes half of the page and it centers everything inside of it, and it has a soft shadow of a white background. And this is the container of the form and centers the text inside. And this container image is for the logo with the width of 100 px or pixels and the height of 100 pixels and a border radius of 50% that makes the logo in circle shape. Object fit in cover and margin bottom in which px 20 px. This style is for the H1 is for the main heading with bigger font and dark color of gray, while this is for the input and for the BTN. Now let's jump to it, which is in the left section of the layout, and this is for the right that contains a div for a container, image, another divs for forms, a button and a paragraph, and all of these highlighted codes are the childs of this div. And these highlighted codes are to connect external JavaScripts that outside this file. This script tag is to start an internal script, while this function will run when the login button is triggered. And this line of codes are the text entered in the username and password boxes and removes unexited spaces. The const here is to declare a variable that does not change, and this refers to the whole page, and this .get element by ID finds the element by its ID. And this function shows an alert and stop the login when either of the username or the password is empty. So this code is to call a method from a user class and checks if the username and password are correct. If the user is admin, it creates a form and redirects user to the admin page. And for this conditional statement, if the user is a customer, it will redirect them to the customer's page. And for this else conditional statement, if the role is not recognized, an alert will pop up, shows an error messages to inform the user. In this line of code, if anything goes wrong during the login stage, it will catches the error and shows the messages in alert box.
So, greetings everyone. My name is BJ Albasilonia, and I'm gonna explain the customer.html in our midterm project. So, this web page is a customer dashboard created using HTML and CSS. It starts with a header section that includes a logo on the left, the title, customer dashboard in the middle, and the logout button on the right. Below the header, the page is divided into two main sections. The first section displays a list of available events that user can browse and book. Each event is shown as a card with its name, description, and the book button. The second section shows the user's current booking, where they can view the event they already reserved, along with the option to cancel, pay, or request a refund. The design also includes modal lists, or pop-up windows that appears when needed. One of them is for selecting seats, where user can click on boxes that represent seats. Available seats are gray, selected seats turn green, and already booked seats appear red. Another modal is used to display the method receipt after a successful booking. CSS is used throughout the page to style everything neatly. Different button colors help user know what each section does: blue for general actions, red for canceling, green for payment, and yellow for refund. These are also shadow and borders to make the cards and buttons look clean and professional. At the bottom of the page, there's a button to clear all bookings if the user wants to reset everything. Overall, the layout is made to be simple, user-friendly, and visually organized for easy navigation. Thank you.
Tangal greetings. My name is Matt Abahiro. Today I will walk through the simple model system and its core function in the code, starting from the receive section. Here is the receive section. This is where the receive section will be shown after the payment is made. You can see the close button here will trigger the close model receive function to hide the model. So the core function, updating receipt. Now let's talk about the function that updates the receipt after successfully booking. Here is the code. Mm, So this function takes the booking information and payment details, then dynamically updates the receipt section with these details. So in the function of close model receipt, uh, we also have the function that closes the modal when the user click the close button. So this will hide the modal and close the receive view once the user is done. So for the function of the modal, here, so once the booking is confirmed and payment is processed, this will appear in the model, letting the user see the payment details. The model is triggered by the show receive paid function, which is this. So in summary, this the code handles the model windows for showing a payment received after booking is complete. So it provides a clean, organized way to display payment information to the user. So here is the sample output. So if I book or select a seat, I'll confirm booking. Here is it. Then I will tap paid and tap a amount to pay. So, so once the payment successfully booked, here is will the payment receipt will show here the information.
Janos, my name is Session John Drexel V. Today is going to explain the book functions of our midterm project. First is we have this function clear bookings. This function removes all bookings from the local storage, then it loops through all events, reset every seat map back to available and stores available seats to its original seat count. It saves the changes using event.saveEvent function and refresh the UI by calling the display event function and display booking function. Next is for the pay for booking ID. This function takes booking ID, finds the booking using booking.findBooking by ID function, then it asks the user for payment using prompt, and it checks if the payment amount is valid and enough. If it's correct, it's calculate the change, updates the booking status to paid, and shows the receipt using update receipt section function. So for the next is the update receipt section. This function updates the HTML of the receipt section with the key info like booking ID, event, name, seat, payment, amount, change, and status. It then displays the receipt by showing the model receipt. So for the next is we have the function request refund booking ID. This function lets the user request a refund. It confirms the action using confirm function, updates the booking status to refund requested, and refreshes the booking list using display bookings function. Next is the close model receipt. This function simply is hide the receipt model using style.display equals to none. It's usually called when the user clicks a close button. The next is function logout. This function logs the user out using user.outLogout function. Redirects to the login page, login.html, using a form submission method. And for the final notice, all these functions works together logically. Clear bookings, reset for data, pay bookings, function show receipt with fade. This code displays the booking receipt in a model, smoothly fading it by gradually increasing its opacity, and is triggered by the update receipt section function to show the receipt details with a fade animation. For the next is function update receipt section. This will be update the existing updating section function is used to fade in effect.
Greetings everyone. My name is Stephanie Aljo and I'm going to talk about the admin.html class. So, this admin dashboard has a clean and user-friendly design with a header, main content area, and interactive section. The header contains a logo, a title, and a logout button all arranged neatly with a blue background and white text. The logout button is red and changes to a darker shade when hovered over. The main content area is centered with a white background, rounded corners, and a shadow, making it stand out against the light gray page. Inside, a form sections allows user to input data with fields that adjust to screen size and highlight when selected. Below the event list is displayed in a three-column grid where each event card has a title, description, image, and delete button. The card have a light gray background, rounded corners, and a shadow for a clean look. The delete button is red and darkens on hover. The refund request section lists refund items in small boxes with a description, image, and two action buttons, one for approval and one for rejection. The dashboard uses modern design principles with a consistent color scheme, responsive layout, and clear typography. The layout ensures elements are well organized and easy to interact with, making it simple for administrators to manage event and refund requests efficiently. Thank you.
Greetings everyone. I'm Janessa, and this code creates an admin dashboard that allows administrators to manage events and process refund requests efficiently. When the page loads, it verifies if the login user has an admin role. Otherwise, the user is redirected to the login page to ensure restricted access. Administrators can create new events by entering details such as the event title, date, time, venue, seating capacity, ticket price, and uploading a promotional poster, which is converted into a base 64 string for storage. These event details are saved using the event class, and the event list updates in real time. To display newly added events, admin also have the option to delete events using a button. All events are retrieved and displayed in an organized format, with each event appearing as a card containing essential details like name, date, time, venue, available seats, price, and poster. Admins can also view refund requests submitted by users who booked events, showing booking details, customer names, and the associated event. They can then approve or reject refunds, updating the booking status accordingly. The dashboard includes a logout feature where admins can securely sign out by clicking the logout button, which ends the session and redirects them to the login page. Additionally, when the page loads, functions like display events and display refund requests automatically fetch and display the latest event and refund data dynamically. This system ensures smooth event management and refund processing while maintaining security by allowing access only to administrators.
Now, so let's proceed with our event class, which is in JavaScript, of course. As you can see here, we name this class as an event, and also we initialize as a constructor to it. Okay, and so for our static load events method, the function of this is it retrieves the event data from local storage and converts it into JavaScript objects. So that's the logic of this static method. So let's proceed with the next method, which is the static save event. So the use of this, or the logic for this one, is it saves the event array back to local storage. Of course, we need a local storage for this one so that we can save the requirements of the users to the local storage. And the next one is a static add event, which implies a new event to the list of events and saves it. Let's proceed with the next one, which is the delete event static method. It deletes an event based on its ID, or yes, on its specific IDs. So now let's proceed with the next, which is the static find event by ID. So the purpose of this, or the logic of for this one, is it finds and returns an event using its ID, or if null, or if nothing is found, so it returns null. Okay, so that's it.
Dangal greetings, my name is Justin Michael Aguilar, and the next class that we will talk about is the booking.js. And inside the booking.js is the class booking, which handles the booking for the event. So over here we have the class booking with the private fields and private attributes using the pound sign or the hash signs, and the constructor para ma-initialize yung value at mapasa sa mga private fields natin at sa object na na-create. And then we have the getter and setter method to retrieve the value and set value sa ating mga fields. And then next is this, ang ginagawa niya is kino-convert niya yung booking object to JSON. So na-convert niya into plain JavaScript object. Ito naman is kino-convert niya pabalik from JSON to booking object. And next is the loading bookings method. So from sa mention ko earlier na kino-convert, so ang nangyayari doon is nilalagay niya sa local storage para ma-save yung data, yung mga contents, and then kahit i-refresh is masasave pa rin. Ngayon, dito naman, so nire-retrieve niya from the local storage yung mga bookings. And then, chine-check niya if valid ba sila, mga bookings na yun, chine-check dito, and then, maglalabas siya ng invalid error data if invalid siya. Kung tama naman yung bookings, i-return niya yung mga valid bookings dito. Next is the find booking by ID method using the booking ID. So over here, chine-check niya lang, hinahanap niya kung meron na bang booking ID. At kapag wala naman, i-return niya is null or walang makitang ID. At ito naman, which is the update booking status, using the kinukuha na si booking ID at new status. So over here, ginagawa niyo lang from unpaid to paid. So over here makikita natin, so nilook ka the booking at kinukuha yung ID at pinapalitan yung status. Then next we have the get booking by user, which kinukuha lahat ng booking, kinukuha lahat ng bookings niya sa specific user using their username at re-return lahat ng bookings nila. And then next naman is the delete booking. So kay user naman, so nililoop lahat ng booking, so sa user na yon by ID at ina-update, ini-delete lahat ng bookings niya.